Now entering the ring, weighing in at least 42 pounds, from the alleyway behind Denny's, it's Userman! I've never been one for sports games. The closest I've gotten to playing them is making some abominations in WWE 2K13 and some fond memories of Sega Superstars Tennis. But other than that, I just don't really care for any of them. I don't hate them. In fact, I think they're a positive way to get people who normally wouldn't play video games into gaming. But they're just not my gig. Even things like Super Mario Sluggers are just kind of boring to me. Out of all sports games, the kind I would say I enjoy the most are wrestling or boxing games. I'm not sure if it's the raw, masculine, testosterone-fueled act of two dudes beating the shit out of each other that excites me, or if it's the fact that the majority of them are kinda janky. Like, even games like UFC that pride themselves on realism tend to have their fair share of jank-ass physics. And the WWE games always have stellar character creators, making them fun little distractions for a while. But what about when sports games, specifically fighting games, take other forms? For example, one of the most memorable sports games of all time is Punch-Out!, and that is far from realistic. Despite that, however, it was still a smash hit, and showed that sports games don't have to be the genre they represent. Punch-Out! Arguably isn't even a fighting game, it's more of a puzzle or rhythm game, yet it's considered one of the best. Well, today, I like to talk about a small little indie title that dares to ask a bold question. What if a boxing match was more like a game of solitaire? Deckham, no, not the pirate fighting game, is a solitaire card-style game which pits you, the nobody, against the champ in a high-stakes boxing match. You gotta survive 12 rounds with this guy, but that's not as easy as it sounds. You only have 21 health. The champ, however, cannot be knocked down. Your only shot is to tough it out for 12 whole rounds. Each round, 4 cards are drawn randomly from a 52-card deck. They consist of champ cards, which are cards that deal damage to you, block cards, which are cards that allow you to block a specified amount, punch cards, which are cards that allow you to attack, health cards, which let you regain some amount of health, and haymaker cards, which allow you to KO a single champ card. You can equip a punch card and a block card, and you can also put a card in the corner should you want to hold on to it. Your goal is to clear the top row of cards to progress onto the next round. Once you clear 12 rounds of cards without getting knocked out yourself, you win! Sounds easy enough, right? Well, just like Solitaire, it is entirely dependent on your skills and the luck of the draw. Sure, you could use this punch now to make the champ deal less damage, but the next round you might get overwhelmed. You could heal now, but then you won't get healing for another 2 rounds. One wrong move can mess up your entire run, just like Solitaire. The entire game has a hand-drawn art style that complements the casual feel perfectly. The color palette pops and is easy on the eyes. Even the animations are relatively slow and smooth. For being a game about boxing, it's arguably very chill. As you fight for your life against this machine of a man, you get to listen to a smooth background track. There's only one in the whole game, but the devs understood this and made it extremely minimal. Keeping you company alongside the soundtrack is the announcer, who will react to things that happen during your run. He'll cheer when you hit and cower in fear when you get hit. Every time you win a run, you earn the prize money. Every time you start a match, you have the option to go double or nothing to boost your money by an extreme amount. It's a huge risk though, as you could lose a lot should you fail. What can you spend your money on, you may ask? Well, nothing! And that's the whole reason why I'm making this video, because this game deserves more. I want to be able to spend my winnings on things. Like, cool, I have all this money, what about it? This game is extremely addicting and fun, but there's just nothing else to do. You win or lose, and that's it. After a while, you just get bored of it because there isn't a sense of progression when there feels like there should be one. You could argue that this is just, a mobile game, a time waster after all, and so it wasn't meant to have much more than just the basics. And it's a shame because I really, really like this game. It just feels like it's lacking something. There's so little to do that this script is literally 2 pages long. Why not add a shop where you can buy things? Maybe add an achievement system for completing certain challenges. Maybe they can make an endless mode for the game. You could even make this a roguelike similar to Balatro by adding modifiers and bonuses. Maybe add other champs to beat or other fights to do in general. A ranking system, trophies, trading cards, a battle pass, loot boxes, something, man! It just sucks because this game feels like it could be so much more. I want there to be more as I think that this is a genius idea for a game. But as it stands, this is just a quick, cheap, fun little thing that loses its charm fairly fast because of the lack of content. And as fun as it is, I feel like I can't even recommend it anymore because Balatro is right there, which arguably you get more bang for your buck with that game. In the end, I would recommend you try Deckham should you get the chance, but honestly, if you're looking for a casual card game to play on your lunch break, or a quick time waster to play when your boss isn't looking, just play Balatro. There really isn't a reason to check out Deckham if that's what you're looking for. So as good as this is, I would just pass on it. Deckham just deserves more. Thanks for watching.